Bad guys. Soft work.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and happy new year. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to my social media handles. So in today's video I'll be talking about my goals and reflections for 2021. So we're finally in 2021. Hopefully this year would be much better than last year, because 2020 was really brutal for everyone. Usually going into the new year for me, I don't usually make goals, because like I make goals, but I just say it just because everybody's saying it. I've never really seen the hype in the new year, you know. I always saw it as like just another year or just another day, and I still feel that way. But for some reason, this 2021 has made me, like, I guess it's because of everything that went down in 2020, but this 2021, this is the first new year that I actually feel motivated, you know, to like make a change, you know, in myself. In this video, I'll be talking about my reflections for 2020, which is like what I learned from the previous year. And I would also be talking about my goals for 2021. And I decided to just make the video just as a journal, you know, to keep myself on track and kind of like as a reminder, because I feel like if I put my goals out there in public, that would make me more motivated to actually achieve them and stick to them. So that's why I decided to make this video. I made some notes on my phone just so I don't forget anything. So first I'll be starting off with my reflections. And the first thing that I learned from 2020 was to cut off toxic relationships and friendships, and basically focus more on me and my well-being. Because like I realized that I tend to hold on to toxic friendship and relationships just because, mostly relationships, toxic relationships, just because like most of the time I don't even like the person at that time. Because once someone betrays me, or once someone, you know, like someone losing my trust is a turn off for me. Like as soon as a person loses my trust, I'm already uninterested. But for some reason I can't leave, because at that point I'm looking at the person as my friend, you know, like, and not friend in the sense of like they're my friend, but friend in the sense of like, you know how like, so you know how when your friend that you've been hanging out with day in day out all of a sudden just decides to leave to a different city, you feel heartbroken and all that stuff, just because of that bond you've created with the person. So that's what I tend to do, because, you know, I tend to hold on to the bond that we created, even though I'm no longer attracted to this person anymore. Yeah, that is basically what I learned about myself in 2020, and because of that takes a lot out of me, you know. For those who haven't noticed, like I gained weight throughout my channel. You could see the change, and that is from toxic relationships. And I'm focusing more on toxic relationships just because like I don't really have toxic friends. Like I'm an introvert and I'm very selective about my friends. So it's more so with toxic relationships. So yeah, like I gained weight throughout, you know, a period of time, and that was as a result of me getting so depressed and just feeling bad about myself, and just my mental states and like, imagine someone having the power to actually, you know, change or manipulate your mental states, you know. So that's what I learned. That's what I got out of 2020. That I don't prioritize myself, you know. I don't make time for me more often. I'm always thinking about the other person. The second thing that 2020 taught me was to stop stressing. To stop stressing and take time out to find a solution, you know. But most times things will work out themselves because God has a way of working things out. So that was like a major thing that happened in this 2020, because a lot of things were just going wrong and I kept panicking. Sometimes I wouldn't even sleep, and it was almost like, you know, it was really affecting me and all that stuff. Like a lot was happening and I was just going through it. And when I stopped stressing, because usually I vent to my mother when I have issues or problems, I just vent to her because it's just like a relief. When I do that, she usually advises me like, oh, give it up to God, leave everything up to God, you know, He'll take care of it, don't stress too much. And I do that and things just fall into place, like literally without me putting any effort or doing anything. I just do my own part and everything just falls into place. And another thing that 2020 taught me was to stop stressing about finding the right one. And when I mean one, I mean like the right relationship, the right person, the right soulmate. Because again, for those who don't know how African people are, especially parents, African parents are, when you reach a certain age, they start asking you about where is your husband, oh, when are you getting married, things like that. So literally every birthday was like a reminder that, oh, you know, I'm not with the right person, you know, or I am not with anybody at that time. I don't want to enter any marriage with the thoughts in my head that, oh, I'm in bondage, like this is not what I dreamed of, you know, this is horrible, like this is a nightmare. I don't want to enter like my marriage with that thought in my mind, you know. I was stressing out a lot about finding the right one, and then I don't know, recently it just dawned on me like I'm still young. I'm only 25. I mean, I'm turning 26 this year, but still, that's still young. So I have time. And now that I'm not married to anyone, now that I don't have a child for anyone, that's more opportunity to be like, to be more selective instead of just sticking with somebody and hoping that they change, you know. So yeah, like I have time to find the right one. So right now I should just focus on myself, on my career, on everything, and the rest will fall into place. Because literally I would put up with the most horrible bullshit from people and with the hopes that okay, they will probably change. But and one thing about me was that I kept making excuses for people's red flags. That was one problem that I had. I was always making excuses for their red flags. So yeah, this year I was like, no, like I'm still young. Why am I stressing? Like, why am I stressing? The fourth thing I learned from 2020 is that when going into diets, because I've been saying, those who know me know that I've been talking about my diet for the longest time, and I never stick to it. Even when I was skinny, for some reason I've always had this thing, like right from when I was young and really skinny, that I was always fat. I don't know why. Like, I remember there was a period in my life where looking back at those pictures now, I literally had the so-called Instagram body at some points in my life, but I still thought I was fat. So for those who know me, I've been trying to go on a diet for the longest time and it never worked out for me. And looking back now, that was because I put a lot of restrictions on myself. I would literally deprive myself of like a lot of things, and that felt like prison, like I was in prison, you know. So I guess that's why I didn't stick to, or I wasn't able to stick to the diet. And also following all this health and fitness pages on Instagram, that it actually helped, because I came across a post where someone was talking about how we should never deprive ourselves of what we want. when it comes to food, because that makes us not stick to the diet. You know, that makes us see the diet as like a challenge, you know, instead of as a lifestyle. That's when I discovered that the key to losing weight is basically just watching your calories, and you know, just watching your calories and eating like a calorie deficit. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to deprive yourself of, like, let's say, like, eat healthy. Eating healthy is important, but depriving yourself of, like, let's say you're craving pizza today or something, and you start, you know, declining yourself of that doesn't help. The last thing I learned from 2020, again, this is probably like information that everyone has known about, but for me, that's what I came to the realization of this 2020, is that to survive in this foreign country, because for those who don't know, I'm in Canada, to survive in a foreign country, you have to have a second source of income. This helps a lot. This helps the bills get paid. This helps you stay afloat, you know, instead of drowning in debt. Now we're moving on to goals. So number one goal I am having for 2020 is to have a better relationship, or to build a better relationship with God. I know that like, looking back at 2020, my spiritual life wasn't the best, because I was always like filled up with so much things going on. I was always more focused on like my problems, and that made me not have time or even feel motivated to, you know, be spiritual or even talk to God. But this 2021, I'm hoping to actually have a better relationship with God, because honestly, in 2020, with the problems I was going through, it was when I actually like talked to God and handed the problems over to Him that they were just fixed. So, and that was when I was too busy to have a better relationship with Him or build a better relationship with Him. Imagine if I was more dedicated in having a better relationship with Him. Imagine the things that would, you know, that would happen. So that's my number one goal. Number two goal, to live a healthier lifestyle. So like I mentioned before, I am planning on going back to the whole health, because I don't want to call it a diet, because it makes it seem like it's a challenge, but I am going back to a more healthier lifestyle. Well, I wouldn't say back, because I was never like healthy, but I have tried to be healthy in the past, even though they never worked out. But I'm planning on having or living a healthier lifestyle, which means watching what I eat. And when I say watching what I eat, again, I'm not going to deprive myself of anything if I crave anything, but at the same time, I'm going to make sure I have my nutrients, like the required nutrients that I need. I know it's going to be hard and difficult for me, because I don't like vegetables, like any kind of vegetables, but now I found a way around it. I'm going to be adding, like, I'm going to be adding it to my smoothies, like adding some fruits, like the fruits that I like, because that's literally the only way I can eat vegetables of any sort. I don't like vegetables at all. Also, I found that to eat a salad, my favorite dressing, or the only type of dressing I like, is chipotle sauce. My third goal is to, you know, back to the reflection, cut off toxic relationships, any toxic relationships that are still left, because my mental health is very important, and I should take my mental health into consideration, because I tend to overthink, and sometimes it's just very easy, you know, the answers, they are just very easy. Another goal for me is to have a second source of income. That is what I'm going to be doing. Plan my life out, and yeah, like, have a second source of income, and no matter what it is, and no matter what my main job, like whatever my main job is, I am going to always have a second source of income, no matter how little or how small that second source of income is, as long as I have something coming in. and maybe as time goes on I will build on having like a third source of, like multiple sources of income, just so that way I have multiple options to choose from in case anything goes wrong, because you never know. Another goal for 2021 is to post more on YouTube. For those who know me, I've been going on and off of YouTube for quite a while. The first reason was because I was going to school and it was very difficult juggling my school work with posting, like with filming videos. It was very difficult for me to juggle both of them. Then the second reason was like at a point like I was studying for my nursing license, so that took all my time. And then the third reason was work. You know, work was getting in the way. The fourth reason, like basically a lot was just going on, like, and I had to focus on, you know, my issues, and then like before I could go back on YouTube. Also, for those who don't know, I'm like very camera shy, so imagine not like feeling your best and then you have to go on YouTube and pretend to, you know, not be stressed out for the camera. You know, it's already difficult as it is sitting down here and, or rather sitting down in front of the camera and pretending that you're not shy. And I'm very sure that most of you can pick up on the fact that I'm very shy, or the camera shy. Hopefully as time goes on I get comfortable, because I know that most people who are YouTubers, that's how they started off. They were very camera shy, but as time went on you could see the change. So that's my goal, to post more on YouTube. Right now I have filmed like a whole bunch of videos to last me for 2 weeks. It's just that I can't decide now, and after this video I have more videos to come, like more videos that literally have already been uploaded to YouTube. They're just set on private, so that means they are literally ready to go for me to post. And one of the reasons again why I was on and off on YouTube was because like at a point I was like, at multiple points actually, I was having a lot of body confidence issues. So I was very, like at a point I even thought I was going to quit YouTube. Like the video that comes after this is my birthday vlog, and this was in September. My birthday was all the way in September last year, but it's just now I'm posting it because I was insecure about myself. Like, after I filmed everything, my mindset back then was that I was going to quit YouTube because the insecurity was getting too much to me. Like it was getting to me a lot. So that was what I thought, but somehow towards the end of the year I got motivated again and I decided to go back on YouTube. But I wanted to do it, like start it off with the new year. Again, my birthday vlog, I'll be posting it right after this video. That'll be the next video I'll post after this video, but it's very late and delayed, so just bear with me. But every other, I still have like 1 or 2 videos that were made since, like, you know, last year, but I never posted them, like early last year, but I never posted them. So yeah, that's my goal. I'm going to be posting, like, be more consistent. And the thing is, I'm trying to decide if I want to be posting every 2 days or every 3 days. I haven't yet decided yet, but whatever you guys want, you guys can let me know in the comments or DM me. Also, to be more active on social media as well, not just on YouTube, but to be more social on social media, because if I'm going to, like, if I'm expecting like success from my YouTube channel, I also have to be more active on my social media page. Those are my goals for 2021. You can also let me know what your goals are for 2021 as well, and what 2020 taught you as well. You can let me know down in the comments below. So thank you very much for watching my video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.